Hello to YouTube. It has been a minute. This is a dashboard cam video. I haven't gotten to do one of these in quite a while, so we're going to do one now. It is Sunday, April 13th, 2025. It is about 1:25 in the afternoon. I am currently at Oakdale Park in beautiful Salina, Kansas. One of our better parks, or actually, this, in my opinion, is the best park in town. It's real close to Jerry Ivy, in my opinion, but you won't find a better park. This one's so pretty and so beautiful, and off to the right there's some garden stuff there. Trying to kill just a little bit of time before I take back this vehicle that I have borrowed, and yeah, there you see in front of us the recently refurbished Statue of Liberty replica that has been in Salina for many years. We're going to head this direction and take a little... It's not going to be a real long video today. I just wanted to get something fresh on the channel because it's been way too long, honestly. So we're going to get out Oakdale Park here and turn from Oakdale Drive onto Oakdale Drive, if that makes any sense whatsoever. Head this direction. And if you've lived in Salina before, I've been here for a while, I'll show you just a couple of things that have changed. An ice cream man in front of us. Doesn't have his music on. Alright. Over here on the left, you're going to see what is now known as Tony's Pizza Event Center, formerly known as the Salina Bicentennial Center. This is our 7,500 seat arena and convention center complex. That's on the right. On the left, the former Salina swimming pool, which has been converted into a tennis complex. You really can't see that too much, maybe just a little there on the left. I'm going to go around complex, and I apologize for the wind that you may be hearing. I don't know what that mountain of dirt is on the left there. Wonder if that's dirt left over from when they converted what used to be on that property, aside from the Salina swimming pool, was also the former Tri-River Stadium. Let's actually go that way. We're currently on the Midway. That's the name of this street. We're going to go on to East Kenwood Park Drive. Well, actually, this is the entire Kenwood Park property, which sits kind of like side by side with Oakdale Park. They're kind of like twin parks, sort of. Hopefully that's a good view. Oops. You can see more of the tennis complex there to the left as I'm going around where the stadium used to be. I ain't got dirt over there as dirt they dug out when they tore out the stadium, which didn't exactly thrill me and a lot of other citizens of Salina. I still believe that was a poor decision on behalf of our city's government to do that. And now we're going to go left here back onto the Midway, get off of Kenwood Park Drive, and loop around the arena. There is the arena right there, Tony's Pizza Event Center. I was just there last night at a Salina Liberty Arena football game. If you have not had a chance to check one out, I highly recommend it. It is a very exciting, fast-paced version of the sport of football done indoors. Tend to be higher scoring games, although last night's was not by any stretch, but is what it is. We're going to pull this parking lot here and go straight across past the Great Plains Manufacturing Convention Hall, formerly known as Heritage Hall, which is the other half of Tony's Pizza Event Center. So Kenwood Parks, the Saline County Expo Center, exhibition stuff here. There's Barn 1, where a lot of the fair events. There's the other side of Tony's Pizza Event Center. Agricultural Hall on the left, you really couldn't see that. Another mountain of dirt. What are they doing with all this dirt? That's the 4-H building there, Kenwood Hall. I'm going to come into this parking lot here and go through it. Right there is the Kenwood Cove Aquatic Center, or what we tend to refer to as the water park. That was built on the side of what had been a football field utilized by the former Roosevelt Lincoln Middle School, junior high, whatever you want to call it. Their football team played there. I'm going to come back through this way. Looks like something's going on over at the horse barn back there. See some more Kenwood Cove off to the right. It'll be opening for another summer season late next month, I do believe. It's quite popular. I've been there a few times myself, and it's a nice little water park. It fits this community extremely well. However, I've been to a bigger water park, which actually no longer exists, and it kind of makes this one seem a little blah, but it does well for Salina. We're back on Kenwood Park Drive. Going up behind Tony's Pizza Event Center. I'm going to go into the parking lot. There you can see the loading overhead door and the back door. That's kind of where I go in when I go to work Liberty games, that I just mentioned before. Not sure what that pickup's doing there. And there you can see the brick structures in front of us. To the right is the 4-H building. To the left is the Historical Agricultural Hall, which apparently is some sort of a horse show or something going on over there. I think we're going to go back around and then go this way, back onto Kenwood Park Drive. This is all Kenwood Park and some of the Salina County Expo Center, which for many years, even before I'm not sure before I was born, or at least since I was a little kid, was home to the Tri-Rivers Fair and formerly rodeo. The rodeo is no longer done since the stadium was torn down. And again, the stadium would have been right there where the tennis complex is. This parking lot we're driving through now is where the carnival is generally held in August during the fair. For many years was Ottaway Amusements. It's not anymore. Ottaway sold out to another company, and I cannot think of the name that took it over off the top of my head. I apologize. I've heard some rumor that this year there could be no carnival this year. I have not been able to confirm that. I sincerely hope that's not true. The Tri-Rivers Fair is deteriorated to almost nothingness anymore. I'm going to go back this direction. I don't think we're going to go out Greeley. What road are we on now here? We are on South Kenwood Park Drive, and again, it appears something's going 60. Salina County Livestock and Expo Center, that's what it's called. And we got some sort of horsey event. That really, God, that brings back memories. Shout out to my buddy Jimmy and all the days we used to run to his horse shows together. Oh, good times, man. Anyway. Such a beautiful area of town between the two parks, Kenwood Park and Oakdale. This on the left here, this is the K-State Education and Extension Master Garden is what the sign said. Very pretty. Have to explore that some other time when we actually have time. I miss doing these videos. It's been a long time. Kenwood Cove again. We're going to go back around where we came from. I think we're going to go left on the YMCA Drive here. And you may see it off to the right as I'm turning through the trees, the Salina Family YMCA. It's a long-time location, though it has been renovated and expanded many times through the years. Our soccer field's right in front of us. We're going to go left onto Westchester Drive. Having deja vu, we did this last night after the football game. Let's see, if I'd been thinking, I would have done a dash cam during the nighttime last night. I didn't think about it till today, so. Oh my goodness. So now we are eastbound on Westchester Drive, passing West Bend Avenue, past Central Kansas Mental Health Center, and there's a dentist office, and an eye doctor's office, and then to the left is the Kansas Department of Children and Families office, and then the auto zone there to the left, and that's some sort of financial advisor there. And we're going to turn right onto, there a light or left. Let's go left, the heck with it. we can get left. This is a stupid street to try to turn left on, but we're going to catch a break today. Great Plains Federal Credit Union directly in front of me. As we go left onto Ohio Street, this is one of Salina's busier north-south oriented streets. And it's a 40-mile-an-hour street, and if you can't hear me, I apologize. The wind again. I was kind of reluctant to get out onto a busy street, but, you know, I know exactly where I'm going to go real quick, and I've got to get to my buddy's house and get him his car back here shortly. So I intended for this to be a long video, but, you know, off to the left, here's we're coming upon it. You can see the Tony's Pizza Event Center marquee there to the left. That was a new addition some years back. They tore out some houses to make room for that. Excuse me. Coming up on the intersection of Iron and Ohio here. And we're going to get a green light. Woohoo! Where I'm kind of headed is the, get up to speed here, the old neighborhood I kind of grew up in. I'm a lifelong Salina resident. I was born here. Well, this has been home for 50 years for me. It'll always be home. There's the Cornerstone Community Church. We are now turning to the westbound on East Ash Street. It's a street that is near and dear to my heart. Grew up in this neighborhood 25 years. I lived here in this part of town. We're going to turn and go down an alley here until we get past Penn Avenue. It's because I want to. But what you're going to be seeing here when I turn into this alley, you see it there to the right, this brown duplex. Right there. Oh, trash cans outside. I grew up in this house, 25 years in that house. I cannot tell you, wow, the fence is gone. Oh, they're redoing the old house. Wow. A lot of trips up and down this alley, man, when I was a kid. This is a lot of my childhood. The good times at duplex we passed back there. My grandparents owned it for many years. And I lived in one side with originally my parents and my two siblings, both older than me, a brother and a sister. And my dad passed away when I was 7, and we remained in that house until 2003. I eventually moved in with my brother, who had moved out several years earlier. Oh, good gracious. And my sister, after she got married and had a child, eventually moved back in, and it was 2003. With the exception of I did briefly leave in 1997, but I came back. So, you know, this street, man, I had friends on this street. The house there to the right, shout out to Lyle. And to the left there, shout out to my buddy Anthony, who lives out of state now. We are indeed redoing the whole cameras in use. That's interesting. Oh man, this neighborhood. We're once again westbound on Ash Street. Not sure where we're going to go from this direction here. We're going to end up downtown. I think that's exactly where we're going to head, is downtown, and then cut this video. But if you haven't already done so, please like, subscribe, share the video. Make sure to hit that bell so you know when I get something new up, which I'm going to try to do more often. This is the first video I've shot since getting an iPhone 16, so I'm hoping the quality is good. We're coming up on downtown. In front of me, directly in front of me, there's the alley, which is the bowling alley and includes AJ's Sports Grill. And we got a four-way stop, so we're going to let this Ram go. I really wish to this day that they had not taken the light off of this intersection. Going up to the light at Santa Fe. try to make these videos interesting as I do them. So, and I've got to get to where I'm going though. This light needs to turn green. Thank you. Dude, you got a green light. Are you waiting on Christmas? Gee, many crickets. And one reason why I like doing these dashboard videos. There are some people around here that need some help driving. We'll just leave it at that. We'll be polite about it. Politically correct. 20-mile-an-hour zone. I believe that place closed. Huh. City county building on the right. All of our government offices. The brick structure you see there to the right is Memorial Hall, which was a venue that got all the events before Tony's Pizza Event Center opened in 1979. Now we're at a red light. Which thankfully turned green. And make a little detour. Oh wow, the old unemployment office is for lease. Huh. I'm not sure where they moved to. I'm thinking where we want to go. We're on West Ash now. We had been on East Ash. I'd mentioned before that after my sister had gotten married, her and her husband and daughter had moved back in with my mother and myself back in the early 90s. And they lived here when they were first married. There was a house right over in here. You kind of see an empty lot there to the right. It's been torn down. It was 724 West Ash. And my aunt and uncle, my mom's brother and his wife actually owned it, lived in the front unit. And my sister and her husband lived in the rear unit. I'm not sure why they tore it down. That's something I've been meaning to talk to my sister about. I think, I'm going to go past. The cop shop, sort of. To the left is the old jail. The old Salina County Jail is no longer used as they have built a new jail up on Pacific Avenue. The sheriff's office also moved over there, so they're not here either. What is still here is Salina Police Department, one part of the building. They still utilize that. I've heard there's a possibility that the jail may be demolished, and I believe potentially an apartment complex of some kind might go there. I don't know. We've had a lot of housing developments lately, and one thing I've not been able to do since I've been doing dash cams is I have to go back and look at the old ones because going to work where I do, I used to drive by what's now a construction site for an apartment complex by my employer. So here we are at a red light again at Elm Street. We gotta, come on. It's gonna be a way longer video than I anticipated. A motorcycle. By the way, as I'm driving around, if the audio, which I'm not muting, picks up any music from anybody's car radio, I do not own the copyrights to it. I don't want to get a copyright strike, that's why I say that. Forever, just that one needs a left turn signal, especially with the police station being down here, which is directly in front of us. To the right is their parking lot, which you can sort of see. Oh, the gate's open today. That's very cool. A few police cruisers in there. Oh, we got more road construction, so I think what we're going to do... Yeah, boy, that jail just looks abandoned. Wow. Road work here. We are on Elm Street, westbound, just past 12th Street. Some more utility work of some kind, I guess. Road work, I don't know. Where are we at? Oh, we got to go left here eventually. I'm going to need to get back to South Street. We'll go left on Phillips. Phillips. Another street that holds some of my history. Sometime after I was born, my parents, I don't think it was bought a house. I think they rented a house in the 200 block of South Phillips until I was about 3. Then we moved to the duplex on Ash that I talked about earlier. the house on Phillips, which is across from what is now Cottonwood Elementary School. I don't have maybe a couple tiny little scattered memories of it. I was 3 years old at the time. So, passing Ash again. To the right now, you can kind of see a brick structure with the flags hanging off of it. That's now a house. When I was a kid, that was a business. It was Lamer's Market, a little grocery store run by Howard and Judy Lamer. Shout out to them. Howard passed away, I believe it was last year. Such a wonderfully sweet old man. So sorry to hear his passing. Well, there's the empty lot on the left, I believe, where my sister's house used to be. Is that this 13th Street? No, this is Iron. Never mind. I'm wrong. Very wrong. I thought I was on 13th. I should have went up 13, but that's okay. These brick roads. Oh my gosh. Follow the other brick road. Make sure I got the volume on the car radio all the way down. I don't need any problems with music issues. We are getting into severe weather season. I will say that real quick, and that means for me that there could be videos forthcoming. On the first day of this month, we had a system come through, and it was just too dark to get any good footage. Oh, this light's red, Terry. What the hell are you doing, dude? Oh, I hate this light. Now it goes green. Golly jeez. Anyway, there's Cottonwood Elementary on the left. Oh my. So, the house here on this corner of Phillips and Cedar with the green trim windows there to the right of the screen, that's the house I lived in until I was 3 years old, and I have zero memory of the interior of it, minus like 2 fleeting memories, but yeah, that's pretty much it. Alright, we're going to get up here to South Street, get this car returned to its owner. South Street. Gonna head to our final destination for the day. I want to thank you for checking the video out. And again, like, subscribe, hit that notification bell. There's going to be more coming. I apologize that there has not been content for a while, but we aim to fix that problem. So one of the problems I ran into is that the other car that the individuals that own this one had been loaning to me, the cell phone holder on the dashboard had fallen off, so for a while I wasn't able to do any video while driving that car. She never replaced the cell phone holder, and now she's since traded that car off, so if I do these videos, it's likely going to be from this vehicle, so yeah. Oh my goodness. I'm stuck in a ride. Am I hitting so many red lights today? Oh, I do say, come on. We are on West South Street at the corner of 9th and South. To the left, up in front of me, you can see the Masonic Temple. And I meant to drive through downtown. I think we'll save that for another day. Downtown is so beautiful now. They've done such a wonderful job with I guess you could call it renovations and the upkeep on it. It's just amazing what they've done. That was a project I wholeheartedly supported, and I think it's done wonders for it. But we're not going to pull into the driveway of my buddy James, who him and his wife are the owners of this vehicle. You'll see their new one that they just recently got as we turn into the driveway. If I can get in before this van gets to me. There it is. Alright, well that's going to do it for this video. Again, like, comment, subscribe, hit the notifications bell. We'll see you in the next one. Bye!